KENPO Africa. Topic: no honor when you can't sustain yourself. Today we are getting back to the famous Kenya lady judoka, Kazo. Kazo means beautiful. It's beautiful to be able to execute judo throws. And today, the judo throw that Kazo has been demonstrating to Kariangofo barefoot is Ipon Morote Soenage, double armed back throw. It's a different version from Ipon Soenage, one armed back throw. When executed, this throw executed properly, it is destructive. It can knock you out. But in the judo practice, we have two: the doer, Tori, and the one who the activity is being done to, Uke. Tori and Uke practice. Yes, the executor and the one it's being executed to, Tori and Uke. And when you get into Arandori is a practice or a battle. Because we don't fight real battles in judo. You can kill one another, it is a sport. So when we are doing the judo battle, calm one, a game called Randori, it will depend on how you've practiced grasping, how you have practiced throwing, how you have practiced resisting. Yes, how you have practiced grappling. And when a throw is executed to perfection and you are not able to resist it, yes, it means you've been beaten in that throw. Why am I talking about that? African countries, when we got independence, some of us were better off than we are now. Why? The other time, when we got independence, our aim was we should produce manpower that is knowledgeable, and many countries have done. But we did not prepare on how to place this manpower. So what do? We engage in very expensive activities. A child is born in the country. From maternity, breastfed, raised in the country, educated in the country, trained in the country, and given away to another country. All that investment goes to build another country. That's what has been happening to us. And we come happily telling our young people now, you can go out there. Others go there into slavery. Why am I talking about this? We are countries with refugee camps that last for very long, even long after the war is over. Children grow up in refugee camps. They marry in refugee camps, and others even die in refugee camps. So you escaped from your place when there was war to go for peace, not only knowing that you are going to get into an imprisonment. These things have to change. But that's not the biggest problem. We can be able to utilize utilize our resources. Manpower is a very important resource. Manpower is a very important resource. That's why countries that overdid family planning, like Europe, are now realizing that you have to get young generation from elsewhere. You have to get people from Africa, you have to get people from Asia, or things will not go on because your population has dwindled. So we have a lot of manpower, trained manpower. Can we be able to engage our manpower? What have we turned into? Many of the people well positioned do something we call white elephants projects, and we are always moving with a begging power. This has given other countries an impression that we know nothing. We cannot organize ourselves. Saddest part of all, there was a time when, because I've engaged with people from different countries, by the way, from Europe, from Asia, from America, in my working place, there are those who would come and would engage and would talk, and they tell me about their places, and they would tell us what they saw about Kenya. One was a history student, I won't name which country he came from, and he was interested in politics and political structures, and it's an area I also love talking about. I love politics, I love political structures, I love social structures. So as we were communicating, talked of the European Union. By then it was being formulated, it had not started, and there was the talk of NATO and Warsaw in defense, and there was talk of these other countries. But when it came to the African Union, because that was the time we were talking proudly about our union, he told me, let me tell you the truth. When we are being taught history and we are being taught these other things, politics, we were told African Union does not do much for itself, it's just for show. So that when you have other unions, it's also a union. I wanted to argue, but I couldn't argue. Because every time we are moving with our youthful population is learned. The things they go to do to those other countries are the things we should be doing here. We should be doing full production of our products. But what do? We export all the raw material. For this young population, having taken all the resources in our country, gained that skill to go and perform it from another level, another country, and make profit out of that material for those countries, not for us. In English they say, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. In our ethnic community, Luya, they say, a person who feeds you can be able to disrespect your mother, hit your mother before you, and you will be able to not be able to do anything because you are totally dependent on that person. So you swallow your anger, your mother will be slapped, called names, but you can't answer back. And if you are told, what do you say? You will simply answer, I concur, because you depend on that person. Yes, there have been developments in the world. Kazo has executed a Morote Soinage throne in the hearts of the Africans. Things have happened here and there, and as a sovereign or sovereign states, you sometimes forget that you are the carriers of a begging power. And then you get up and talk, yes, and then you are reminded, beggar, We shall even draw the coins from the begging bowl. It's painful. It's hurting. It is a sting in the heart. But then we have to bear it. We are the ones in the wrong. Yes, we are. Other countries have excelled. Now they are depending on themselves. We are at the same economic level. Our political projections and development projections are out of hand. Some cannot be attained. Africa, we're still sleeping. We need such a reminder, yes, to wake up the African leaders. I'm going to talk about the African Union. I'm not saying you have done nothing. You've not been active like the other unions in other places have to liberate their countries from this, do I call them crutches or do I call them chains? Now I don't know which one. Are we on crutches or are we on chains? That one you can decide yourself. But you cannot have respect when you cannot be able to sustain yourself. Some of us have deliberately failed our nations. Where are the Patrice Lumumbas of this nation? Where are the Nelson Mandelas? By this extension, I'm calling to somebody or to those people from East Africa. I've seen leaders in East Africa. Elder statesman from Uganda, Kagame from Rwanda, Suluhu from Tanzania, Ruto from Kenya, and from Ethiopia. We've seen exemplary things. Can't these people now rise up and push with the other African countries for something that will keep Africa apart? Something that will make us not be known as the people with a begging bowl. Something that will earn us respect. Yes, I'm going to talk the way Eminem sang when he was saying, I'm not afraid. There is a verse he was saying, do not remove this thing in these words before I say them. Please, as an African nationalist, and I know many are, we are wailing. Our leaders, where are you? When this venom from this thing of the bowel is still paining, this is a time to call yourselves to a conversation. Mostly I would urge, because I've seen a lot of progress for a long time that has been there. The elder statesman. There was a time when I was talking to the people of this country and I said, Africa needs him. You can see, Africa needs him. Gather your people. Yes, talk with others, go to those who are heading and everything. Take us out of this shame. Take us out of this shame. It's a shame that you cannot be able to assert yourself anywhere because you'll be reminded, carrier of the begging bowl, and what do you say? Mm-hmm. Up to when shall we keep begging? It was loud and clear. It is loud and clear. And can we shout back? No, we receive them. We beg. Don't we? Don't we? So when we are disrespected, do we shout back? Please, that sovereignty, that African dignity, African Union, where are you? Give Africa back its dignity. Give Africa back its prosperity. You have it in your hands. You are not doing it. And everybody from everywhere can disrespect you. I remember a time when the East African statesman, elder statesman is the eldest, so I call him elder statesman, was making a speech in the African Union. He said when people are trying to find help for Libya, NATO ordered the plane carrying the African presidents back. And they had to go back. Bowel carriers, till when? Please, African Union, pull us out of this quicksand. We have educated manpower. We have resources. We don't have to go with the organizational structure of those countries up there, the economic structures. Can we be innovative? Let's come up with something like the Asian Tigers did. African Union, the honors is on you. Rescue us by God's grace from this shame. Pull us out of this quicksand of the begging bank. Everybody has seen, and remember, there's something for you. For the begging bowl. That's how we are seen. That's how we are. We can't protest because we keep that status. Let's change. I think a country like Korea cannot get such a. There are other countries that may not get that part of response. But with us, can we even argue in the world stage when we are known as the bowel carriers? It's painful. At this time, those years, we are still everything, begging. We want to compare ourselves with that economy, that change of dollar, pound, euro, whatever. Can't we come up with our own thing? The Asian countries are doing it. We can. African leaders get together. East African leaders, West African leaders, South African leaders, North African leaders get together. Please take us out of this shame. Let it not be said that the African Union is only for showcasing where other unions are. Let our might, our dignity be felt. Yes, by God's grace, African Union restore the African's dignity.